Today's date is April 12th, 2025. My name is Evie Nehrenberg. I am an 8th grade student at Bicultural Hebrew Academy of Connecticut. I will be interviewing my grandpa, whose name is
Shimon Yonkel. Shimon Yonkel. Don't laugh at my name.
About his life and legacy. This interview is being recorded for the oral history collection for the Jewish Historical Society of Fairfield County's archives, as well as our family archives. Over the next 15 minutes or so, I will ask you questions that will help me learn more about you and our family's history, especially our Jewish history. If you can't answer a question, just say so and we will move on to the next one. Also, if you would rather not answer a question for any reason, just tell me. I want this to be fun and for you to feel comfortable at all times. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start with you telling me your full name.
My full name is Stuart Jack Nehrenberg.
Who were you named after, if you know?
I am not sure because it was a long time ago. But my name is Shimon Yonkel.
Do you have a Hebrew name, and what is it?
I assume it's Shimon Yaakov or Shimon Yonkel.
In this class, I have been learning about immigration of Jews to the U.S. and other places. Do you know where your parents or family immigrated from?
Yes, my parents came to the United States as children in the early 1920s. My father from a little country called Moldova, which is probably part of the Ukraine, or was part of the Ukraine at that time. My mother was born and came from Romania, which was its own country, right next door to Russia and Ukraine.
Before they immigrated to the United States, did they talk about what life was like before they left? Do you have any stories about Jewish life there?
My parents were very numb. They did not talk about their life before they came to the United States. They wanted to do away with all that thinking. They remained Jewish. We were a kosher family. We celebrated the holidays as regular Jewish people.
Did your parents or anyone in your family experience or were they affected by the Holocaust or pogroms?
We fortunately, we were not aware of. My parents didn't tell us about the Holocaust, and if they had any relatives in Poland or the other countries that were affected by it.
Can you tell me anything about our family's immigration to the United States?
Only that they came to Ellis Island as children. My father was about 10 or 11, and my mother was 8 or 9, and they came from different countries. They didn't know each other until they were in Manhattan.
Who came over?
Who came?
Who came?
Huh?
Who came over?
My parents came over as young children. I think my grandparents, my grandfathers, came over earlier and settled in New York, got jobs, and were able to bring over the rest of the family after a few years.
Do you know why they left?
They left because they were persecuted.
Where did they enter the country?
New York City.
Where did they first settle? What was it like there?
My mother settled in the Lower East Side of New York, Avenue C and 8th Street. And she lived there as a child and growing up. And my father came right off the boat when he got out of Ellis Island. His father already was set up in Bensonhurst in Brooklyn.
This is a great background. Thank you. Now I'd like you to... We'll just skip that part. Now I'd like to ask you a few questions about your life growing up.
Go ahead.
Where did you grow up and who lived with you growing up?
I grew up in Bensonhurst. I lived with my mother and father and two older brothers. I was the baby.
What was life like? Tell me something about school life, your favorite teacher, favorite subject.
My favorites, I don't remember their names, but I do remember seeing Shari Lewis, who was a local celebrity, and she had puppets, and she came over to my kindergarten class or my first grade class and did a performance. So I always thought she was my favorite teacher.
What did you and your childhood friends do for fun?
We played a lot of street games. I had a very good childhood with my friends in Bensonhurst. It was a nice neighborhood. All the people were very friendly to each other, and all the neighbors helped each other. And it was mostly an Italian Jewish neighborhood.
Did you go to synagogue?
My parents didn't have the money, or I was told that we didn't have the money to go to a regular synagogue, but I did go learn, do some school after regular public school, during the day. And I learned my Torah portion and my Haftarah, and I was bar mitzvah, and so were my brothers. Bar mitzvah, yeah.
Now I would like you to pick your favorite Jewish holiday and describe how you and your family celebrated it when you were a child.
My favorite holiday was when we got off from school, regular school. I can't remember.
Now I'd like to talk about our family Jewish traditions. My favorite one is when I make hamantashen for Purim and lighting Shabbat candles. What are yours?
I really was mystified by watching my mother, I was the baby, go through her ritual on Friday afternoons before Shabbos, and preparing the food and the meal, and I was just loved to be, watch her do that.
Did anyone in your family serve in the military?
I served in the military. I was drafted into the Army in 1969, and I went to a faraway country called Vietnam, and I was involved in combat. That's all you got to know.
How did you meet my grandma?
I met Grandma at Uncle Richard's house for a Thanksgiving meal after my parents moved out of Bensonhurst. It's the first time I didn't have Thanksgiving at home. They went to a retirement area in New Jersey, and I was at Grandma, your uncle's house, and we met there, and 48 years later we're here. We're still here.
What did you do to make a living in your adult life?
Make a living? I went to work. I went to school. I got jobs, and I worked in the shoe industry and banking.
Now we are going to wrap up with one more question. What advice do you have for future generations like me?
Please just keep the traditions alive of our people. Let them know that we're still here, and we're going to always be here.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome.